is a bigger fish?
Oh, they can pull out. That was a cat movie. Hi, fishy friends. We're back.
I thought it was a Bigger Fish Nation.
Bigger Fish Nation.
Okay.
However, we're in the basement again.
We watched another thing.
Yeah, we did. And this is Megan.
Hey.
Introduce yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
Because we're still self-loaded.
I'm Megan. I am a big Star Wars fan. Obviously not as big as these two.
You're darn right I am.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Would you say it's Wookiee sized?
What?
Okay. Because Wookiees are big.
Oh, but it was a bit weird. Okay. Yeah.
So we watch. What is this? The home is where the Shrieks are.
Is this like playing off like home is where the heart is?
Yeah, I don't know what it's from.
Because I think
very familiar.
It's referencing something.
They're trying to be clever.
It
But
was
nothing about this episode is actually clever.
It was horrible.
I actually really don't have any feelings towards anything in this episode. I kind of watched it with a blank stare. Most of the time.
It was probably the worst episode yet.
There was no moral of the story
Well,
whatsoever.
there kind of was.
But we'll
it's
get to it.
basically don't leave home.
But that's not really something we should be like worrying about kids, because is that like a huge crisis?
Well, I feel like every kid show eventually they have the episode where I'm not gonna be living at home anymore.
Well, yeah.
This is a very plot not a stock plot type of thing. I've seen this a million times.
Yeah.
But it was executed in probably the worst way you'll ever see it executed.
Yeah. I wouldn't see this episode again for a million munions.
See, Aaron was quoting the episode where Wicked said,
You know, it'll take 1,000,000 munyips to drag me back to this place.
he wouldn't come back home for 1,000,000 munions.
So now we have to discuss, what are munions and can you eat them?
Probably, I think those munions were those berries that he was gonna have to wash at the beginning.
Oh.
He's like, I want to come back for 1,000,000 of these.
Okay.
And then, it starts off, Wicked has to do chores, and he really wants to go play soldier with his friends. Oh, with the warriors.
The most interesting thing about this episode is what the soldiers were yelling at the beginning of it.
Yeah, all right. Good, God, good, good. I should be out there with the warriors.
Nonsense.
It was.
Oh yeah, we'll have to go back.
Along those lines.
When I'm editing it, I'll have to go back and be
Yeah.
try to pick out words. Maybe we'll say telephone sandwich or something.
Telephone sandwich.
That's what Ewoks say.
Oh, okay.
That's a Star Wars minute.
Oh, okay.
But then he leaves home, and Tebow, being the stupid follower he is,
He's the Jar Jar Binks of the show.
he's like, oh, leaving home? That does sound fun. So they leave home.
I think the worst thing about this episode is that
They're
the
like-
voice actors gave up.
They're like,
Tebow's voice actor.
I like the new voice actors they added, but we'll get to those people.
Okay.
But they're pretty great.
I hated this episode so much. Okay,
Like I said, I had no emotion.
I kind of forgot what happened next.
no, they went into the
house.
woods.
Oh, well.
Yeah, they found the house.
Also, Wicket and Tebow had a great conversation where Tebow just kind of joined him.
Yep, my mom's always telling me what to do. So's mine. And always treating me like a kid. So's mine. And never letting me go outside when I want to. So does mine. What's that? My stuff.
No.
Yeah, as I was saying, Tebow was like, hey, you're leaving the house? I hate home life too.
And then he left.
And then he left. I was like, wow.
I wish
That
that's
is
all it took for me to convince people to do
Yeah.
stuff.
I don't think even Bill
Only
Murray
took
could have
that
helped
much.
this episode.
Luke, that was a weird thing to say.
Well, I'm staring at Bill Murray right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's what we're going to have to do. Every episode we have in the basement, we'll just have to reference whatever Laserdisc is right there. Yep.
It's Groundhog's Day. Oh.
Why didn't we watch that instead?
Yeah, why didn't we? Have you seen Groundhog Day?
I have seen
It's
Groundhog
like one of my
Day.
favorite movies. I love it. It's okay, but
Classic.
yeah.
And this isn't a classic.
Smooth.
Because they go home and guess what? They realize when they live on their own, all they have to do is work too. And Tebow's like having second thoughts because he realized, why did I follow Wicked again? He bullies me and calls me stupid. I guess I like that.
Oh, okay, but then, like, they just had a lot of hilarious slapstick where they got hurt.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious.
Slapstick is pretty much the stock of the show now.
Yeah.
It's like,
And a bunch of Ewok words like munyums and...
Well, there was no like, yum nub or what's the other one they say? Ichiwawa. They didn't say Ichiwawa. They usually say. They used to say that in each episode. They didn't say it in this one. Oh, maybe they did.
Why didn't they say yum nub? That's like the thing. Okay,
Yum
but
nub.
anyways. And then he brought... Tebow brought 3 like drunken hobos home or something.
They started playing cards
They started gambling.
at a children's house.
And
It
then,
was
obviously, these 3 things, they knew about the Shrieks before they even did.
yeah.
Yeah, well,
And,
they're not stupid like the Ewoks.
well, it was just that was probably my favorite part of the episode because he just brought 3 random hobos home.
Sure is nice to have neighbors again.
And then they were there for maybe half a minute, and then they all started running and left.
Bye!
Well, they heard that the Shrieks live in this like house,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh snap, we gotta get out of here." But those are the voice actors talking about. They amuse me.
Okay.
And then they're like, "Oh, we should go back home now." But then Wicked's like, "No, we'll be the laughing stock of the town if we go
And
back."
then they got 3, 4, 5 giant lips.
Well,
And-
that was a daydream.
yeah, in a daydream, and it was horrifying.
Yeah, dream sequences aren't usually pretty good in this show.
There was that one where they all had that connected dream. That was kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but anyways.
Yeah, it was very Bible-y that. Oh,
Biblical.
Biblical.
Bible-y.
Bible.
Okay,
I just want to go back to season 1, Aaron.
okay. And then they go into the Shriek Cave for actually no reason, and...
Well, no, they're trying to stop the Shrieks, because like, remember, because they want to live there, because they don't want to be laughing stock at home.
But then, he put sneezing powder in the cave,
Yep.
and that helps with something.
Is that the only thing that that magic powder does, is make people sneeze?
Yes. It was a very innovative creation. Yeah.
Why doesn't he just carry around pepper spray? He'll do the same thing.
Why not like have flaming powers or something?
I don't know. And then, oh yeah, and then they have their epiphany that they need to go back home.
Wait, we didn't
And
talk
then
about the
they bring the new
secret of the Shriek.
Oh yeah.
The Shrieks
Fuzzy
was
Wuzz.
a shriek.
It looked like he was from Teletubbies. Like, could have been one of the monsters or something.
something terrible.
You know what he reminded me of in the episode?
Wait, what was that?
No, it was like he had this little, I don't know what it was. It was like an eye like coming off.
I think
You reminded me
that's
of
just
those,
so useful.
not in looks, but the way he talked about, like, those 3 trolls we met, those mini trolls in the episode with Chase.
Yeah,
Like, just
that was
very annoying.
horrible.
Yep. Wasn't as bad as this episode, though.
This episode wasn't even that funny. It was
No, we laughed a few times. But mostly it was just a blank, cold stare at the TV screen. Say, what am I doing?
Like, what am I doing with that?
Yeah.
This is your fault.
I know.
Not you.
Well, when I envisioned this channel, I was like, I'm gonna do it.
Megan, did this episode cause you offense? Did it offend you?
No, it didn't offend me.
Okay.
Well-
I think I was just mostly confused.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
So let's talk about the guy, the Shriek, because he's probably the most interesting creation of this episode.
No,
Yeah,
those
he
three
had a
hobos
hanging
were Aaron.
eye.
Well, yeah, but he had a hanging eye, and then he said
He also left home.
and he wouldn't go back for 1,000,000 munions.
I told them it would take 1,000,000 munyips to drag me back home, so they left without me.
Just like Wicket.
So, like, okay.
And then Wicked's like, I don't want to come back for 1,000,000 munion bums. He's like, I need to go back home.
So, but basically, they were the exact same thing, and it was dumb.
Yeah, it's very, very cliche.
And dumb.
As the French would say.
That's okay. And then they have a hilarious scene that everyone laughed at.
Yeah, the
where he
dinner
was
scene.
eating, and it was hilarious.
Can we just
And
talk
Wicked
about
brought
the
his new
final,
friend.
Yeah.
like the final reaction shot of the whole thing? I don't.
It's like a smile.
was
It's
so
like,
weird.
I don't know.
He's like, do you think your friend likes it here? And then it shows him eating a bunch of food. And then it just ends on a really awkward reaction shot of Wicked.
Yeah,
Just
they
kinda-
like just didn't know how to end the episode.
They're like, yep, that's art.
Okay,
That's a wrap.
Like, yeah.
we did it. We made an episode. Now I can get paid, and then.
Yeah, the paychecks hopefully in the mail.
So
Keeping me alive.
let's see other interesting things to talk about. The guy's entire family moved, but that's just
okay,
what
yeah.
he thinks.
After a few years, I got homesick, but when I went back, everyone had moved.
You mean?
That's what he thinks happened.
So he thinks, I bet the Ewoks ate him.
There's something. I bet there was some horrible backstory there.
Or the Jindas took him over.
Yeah, are the Jindas canon in season 2? Because
I don't know.
okay.
I hope the Jindas come back. Because they're the...
I don't want them to ruin the Jindas.
But maybe they could save this season.
Okay.
Or is this season already too far gone?
It's been
Or
3 episodes.
There's 3 episodes.
Okay.
Any last thoughts?
Are you bouncing your head with your hair bun?
It's my hairband.
Okay.
Would you recommend this episode, Megan?
No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, this is a pretty, like, no.
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 Like, last episode was... I actually enjoyed watching it, even though it was garbage.
It was probably just as bad as
It was
this.
just
This
as
was
bad.
just boring.
This is just me, like...
Did you catch any symbolism in this episode, anyone?
That we both hated it. All 3 of us hated it.
What does that symbolize?
It symbolizes
That is
death.
horrible.
A horrible accident will befall me.
Okay.
It's called next episode.
Is there any symbolism in the fact that he used the tubes to make himself sound like an army?
It means he thinks he's larger than he is.
Oh,
Like
wow.
his ego is big.
Is that why he ate so much?
Well, his ego's so big. He's like, I can do better than what my parents are doing at home.
Whoa, this is deep.
I'm just spitballing here, but I think he just has like a mental illness where
Well, he does, because, like, at the beginning, he wasn't performing for anyone. He was literally just talking to himself, like, ooh, intruders! And, like, somebody else started
he
talking.
gets enjoyment from scaring people. It's not good
This is
or healthy.
horrible.
Well, if he starts talking to himself, that's like the first sign of psycho.
Yeah.
Me.
It's also a sign of genius, but I don't want to call this guy a genius.
No, he's
Well, he's
anything
either a
but.
psycho or a genius, but
But
he's more
is this-
falling
is-
towards the psycho.
Megan, would you call this thing a genius?
No. Well, all he did was like scare people and eat a whole bunch of food.
You know what? You know what's also lacking in this show? You know how last season, every episode we talked about the creature designs are awesome. I can't really say that for this season anymore. The designs are just kind of there.
Actually, there was that one flying little blade of grass that was kind of cool in episode 1.
Oh yeah, that was. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like typical animation. now.
There was a little transition scene where they had a bunch of like flying leaves, like like things that had leaves for wingmen that look pretty cool. If you'll probably catch it in editing, but
okay, I'm just not picking it up like I did last season, where it's like, whoa, what's that? That's cool.
Any final thoughts, you two?
The whoosh.
The what?
You know that little spirit thing? How the heck did that happen, even though it was just...
Wait, what spirit is it?
Okay, you know how there were spirits that went into the tree and they're like, oh man, we should follow that thing to go into the tree to like figure out who that.
I kind of remember that part.
I guess.
By then I was already so out of it. I didn't care. Am I acting like Aaron this episode? I feel
Yeah,
like I
you
am.
are.
I'm slowly turning into you, Aaron.
Okay.
And maybe by the end of the season you'll be the energetic one.
Yeah, maybe.
I love this show.
So shall we talk about Groundhog's Day some more?
No.
Okay.
we'll do it off camera.
Okay,
Bye, fishy friend.
so we try and connect this episode to Groundhog's Day.
No!
You have 3 more seconds, so I press.
They both
Bye!
were really hilarious.
Surrender, Shrieks, or your friend gets it.
There's nobody else. It's just me, Larry.
Larry, you can't fool us.
What's his name?
That's Squidward?